What's up, guys? It's your boy Rich. So Circula, a German-based company, introduced us to their heritage, which had the NOS, or New Old Stock movement, and it was pretty well received. Now they're back with the Aquasport. Let's go see if it's as good as their heritage. Let's go. And here is Circula's latest edition, the Aquasport. And a few months ago, I reviewed their heritage. This is the model that relaunched the brand to us. So if we're not familiar with Circula watches, it is a German-based company out of Pforzheim, Germany, and it started in 1955 until the quartz crisis of the 1970s forced them to close their doors. And the original founder was Heinz Huber. So fast forward to 2016, where his grandson Cornelius Huber resurrected the brand by introducing us to this heritage. And this is the model with the NOS, or the New Old Stock movement. And it is a genuine New Old Stock movement from the 1970s. And I do think this is a striking three-hander. And if we don't already have a New Old Stock movement, then I think this is something that I think is worth considering to add to our collection. So now let's move on to the Aquasport, which is in 39 millimeters. It's 46 millimeters from lug to lug and 12.8 millimeters tall. So this is the prototype, meaning it's not the actual production model. So there are a few notes worth pointing out that were provided by Cornelius, starting with the sides of the case. The sides of the case will be brushed horizontally versus the polished finishing that it is now, but the edges will remain polished. So again, the sides will be brushed horizontally, but will remain or retain the polished trim. The hour and minute hands will be finely brushed. The light third of the bezel will be a little darker, and the color of the dial will match the dark 2/3 of the bezel. The ETA model I have here will not have a color on the crown unless someone specifically wants it. Although I don't really see a color on the crown. I really basically see just a frosted logo. But those are the notes that are worth pointing out. And I am going to call this right now a really great value watch because it's going to offer a lot of goodies. And I kind of sort of feel like one of those home shopping club people where they're screaming what a great value this is. And I'm going to put myself in that position to actually say that I think this is worthy of a really great value. So I'm going to go back to the heritage, and this retailed for $794 US. And none of the models of the Aquasport come even close to that. And here we're getting a really good look at the wavy pattern on the center of the dial. You know, to me, very attractive. But there are a few models that are available to us, so stay with me. There's the model with the STP 111 movement for approximately $495 US. Then there's a model which I have here that uses the ETA 2824, and that goes for around $594 US. And then there's a COSC certified chronometer movement for us movement nerds for approximately $624 US. So between less than $500 and a little over $600 for a COSC movement, that right there represents a really good value. But there's actually a lot more to that. So there are other colorways available as well. This one might be more of the blue with just the orange markers, but I've also seen on their website a gray model, an all blue model, and a blue with more orange than what this is here. There are also different bracelets available. There's this rubber band, there's a mesh bracelet, and a steel bracelet. And I think this rubber band is okay, but to me, I think it would pair better with a mesh bracelet, especially since this is inspired by vintage watches. So to me, a mesh bracelet, I think, would look really nice with this, or pair really nicely with this. This is not a watch that is inspired just by past vintage watches. This is a watch that is actually inspired by one of their own vintage watches from back in the day. So if that's important to you, then this has a lot of authenticity behind it. So this is available for pre-order right now. We would also receive any strap on their website for free, or any quartz watch on their website for free as well during the pre-order moments right now. And they do have quite a number of quartz models available to us. And the Aquasport will ship before Christmas. So like I said, this really almost screams a great value. To me, the star of the lineup has to be the COSC certified movement for under $700. I am a movement nerd, and I know we've all seen chronometer movements for price easily twice that, or if not more. So to get one for under $700, I think represents a great value. It's not like they skimped anywhere else on this to keep that Costco movement at that price. I mean, it's not like they use a mineral crystal. It's a sapphire crystal screw down crown. The bezel inlay is ceramic. So they put all the same specs and goodies in there for a Costco movement. So, I just don't recall the last time I came across a chronometer grade movement for this price without any of the other areas being skimped on. So, again, that I think represents a really great value. It is a very attractive watch. It is in a modern size of 39 millimeters. So, while this is in the production, or the prototype was the polished sides, I actually don't mind the polished sides, but I know some people might actually prefer the brushed finishing. So this to me is a pretty striking watch. And if we want to know more about Circula watches, Cornelius was a part of Virtual Microlux. So I encourage everyone to watch all those videos, or specifically if you want to watch more about Circula, then all the videos are available at lamicrolux.com. Again, I think this is a nice German-based company that produced a really handsome watch here. So again, if we're looking for a chronometer movement, even if we're not, for between $550 to $665, it to me represents a great value, especially with the freebies that they are offering during their pre-order time right now. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you the next time. And here's a really good look at that striking wave pattern. Yep. And then when we flip it over, we see that nice scuba diver. And I think this band is okay. I forgot where I was going with this. Yep.